Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Critical Condition. I'm your host for this week, Mitchell, and right over here we've got Mario. So guys, because there's no games really coming up in December, we've decided that we'd go through our top 5 games of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we'll start with number 5 and then we'll work down our respective lists and
Excellent.
have a bit of a chat about them and give reason as to why we think that they're our top 5.
Definitely.
So Mario, what is your 5th for this week?
You mean for the year?
For this year?
Oh, well, this week, it's all the same thing. It's just time. That's
Trying to make
it
me look like an asshole.
I don't have to try. Anyhow, so my number 5, guys, for the year is actually Mass Effect Andromeda.
Which is my number 5 as well.
Yes.
Which, we didn't even know what we were going to do beforehand, and it worked out well.
It worked out well because at least we both can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So a little bit of why I liked Mass Effect. I know, it didn't get the critical acclaim that most Mass Effect games have had in its lifetime.
I think that had a lot to do with the bugs that they had to begin with. So
so graphical bugs killed it, animation wise killed it.
Yeah.
After it's been patched, it's not a bad game. It's still glitchy, but it's not a bad game. But the reason I like it is, one, I'm a major fan of Mass Effect. I've always loved the series. And it's actually the second reason why I bought a 4K TV.
Yeah,
because the first one was because of Horizon Zero Dawn. But the number 2 reason was Mass Effect Andromeda. I just wanted to see that in 4K.
Yeah.
It looks spectacular, even though with the graphical glitches and things like that. I thought the story was great. I still haven't finished it because I've been trying to finish it after my trip. But overall, it's a fun game. The shooting mechanics are fun. What about you? What do you think is good about it?
Well, as you were saying, the bugs and stuff like that was kind of a bit of a downer, but overall I think the storyline's awesome. I like the fact that you felt like you're making a difference in this brand new galaxy, trying to establish a foothold and while beating back a new enemy.
Yep.
So that's what I really liked about it, and the fact that you could customize your weapons and the way that you could get people out of cryogenic freeze.
Yep.
That could actually help you, so you boost stats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that they did that, and I like the fact that you could build new colonies, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was that was a great aspect as well, that you decided whether you want to research combat, things like that.
Yeah.
I think they overall they did a good job. It wasn't up to the quality of the previous Mass Effect games. Even the writing was a bit, not as good.
Yeah.
But considering all the games that came out this year, I mean, I could have put Neo as a number 5, but I mean it was great. Just not very memorable.
Yeah, it didn't have all the makings of a classic.
No, that's right. And it's a shame that the Mass Effect team obviously got split up in that was a bit of a downer for them, because that means who knows when we'll see a Mass Effect again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it also has something to do with the fact that Shepard didn't come back. I think a lot of people lost interest when Shepard wasn't there. But it was a new galaxy, it was a new story. They had to do something different. I understand why they didn't have Shepard come back.
And just to let you know, guys, the reason why we're not going into spoilers is because there's plenty of people out there that might not have still played it. Maybe they'll get influenced by our list, and we don't really want to ruin the story. Look, it sounds like I dislike this game. What I was disappointed most about the game is that it only introduced 2 new races.
Yeah.
The Mass Effect universe is so diverse. With the Turian and the Geth.
And the Valerian. No, not Valerian. That's bloody Game of Thrones. Fucking. What are they called again?
The Krogan?
There's the Krogan, but there's... I can't remember the name of them.
The ones in the flotilla? Yeah. That I always tend to forget the name?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. Oh, that's terrible. That's twice now that we've forgotten the name of
Well, at least
Tali.
Oh, Tali. Yeah.
Anyhow, Mass Effect introduced such a range of, especially Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
It was so diverse and all these races and they were all interesting. And, you know, I was expecting a bit more out of Mass Effect Andromeda. You go into a new galaxy and there's only 2 races?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? But hey, you know, the game was a bit too ambitious for the team that was building it, maybe.
Yeah. I think that they really wanted to have it as a DLC game where, like, later on they'd release
I think so too.
expansions for it and things like that. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, because it
kind of bombed.
Yeah. The critics didn't like it, and lots of people felt that it wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
They pretty much scrapped any idea of any future Mass Effects.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it'll change, and
maybe in another decade.
No, I hope not. I hope it's not that long, but I'll still be gaming in another decade, so it'll be all good.
It'll all be good.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say, another maybe honourable mention for the number 5th spot would have been Nier.
Yeah.
But again, that game, it's probably better than Mass Effect Andromeda. It's just that I had a really hard time getting into it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was the mechanics or the story seemed like it was going to be fantastic. And maybe by the end of the year I'll go back to it. I've got a couple of projects in the works personally.
Yep.
So I'm trying to find the time to play games.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of PES. We have been playing a lot of PES, which has been good.
Which we should probably have another couple of games after the show.
Maybe, yeah. Now, in light of what we announced a couple of months ago now, of like a PES weekly show of the Road to Glory, that's still in the works. We're just trying to iron out a couple of things. It's just a little bit hard to record and keep it PG. So we're still working on that. Maybe we should...
It's mainly Mario's fault. He's just...
Yeah, I just can't stop swearing. No, but so it's just a little bit hard at the moment with time constraints, with everything that's going on below the belt. But rest assured that that it is still a plan of ours, and I think it's going to be good. It's just that we need to control our swearing.
Yeah.
We swear too much.
We really do.
So that's why that hasn't released yet.
Yeah. I just also before we go on, I just wanted to do an honourable mention for my number 5th spot, which would have been Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty World War 2.
Yeah, that's a fantastic game.
It's a really fun game. It's just the thing that knocked it off for me was the fact that they still haven't fixed quick scoping, and it just irritates me to no end. I don't know whether you guys are the same, where you don't like people who quick scope, or maybe you are quick scopers and you're the people that I swear at. But yeah, so that's the reason why it was knocked off, and you can only do it so many times before it gets a bit boring. Like there's good things about it. You can prestige your weapons, you can prestige your certain classes, and then you can prestige once you get to level 50.
Yep.
Which is good. They've added on to the normal Call of Duty, and they've kind of gone back to their roots with the World War II theme, and they've done it really well. But yeah, that's the reason why it didn't make it to number 5, and Mass Effect pipped it just at the post.
Now, pardon me.
Calm down. Was that entertaining, was it?
Yeah. Sorry. What I was going to say that's really stood out for me with Mass Effect was the sound design.
Yeah.
Having that in 5.1 surround, 4K, when you open those vaults and everything just goes...
Yeah.
It's
and the graphics as well, man. Like far out. It was really good.
Far out, man. Radical. The graphics were amazing.
Yeah.
We know about the glitches.
Yeah.
So, please...
That aside,
Yeah, that aside, it was... Artistically wise, it was a very appealing looking game.
Yeah.
And again, the sound... The gameplay mechanics were fine too. I think what I didn't like was the snapping.
Yeah.
That was, I wish I could have just pressed a button, sort of like in Gears of War.
Yeah.
I believe that Gears of War perfected that style years and years ago.
Yeah.
And why break a formula? Sorry, why try and fix a formula that's not broken?
Yeah.
So I think that they missed the mark on that one.
Yeah. And the only other glitch that really annoyed me was the one where you'd like fall into the earth and then you'd be gone.
That's happened to me twice already.
Or you'd run into these rocks and then all of a sudden you're in the inside of the rock, and I was like, what the hell?
You know, another thing that bothered me a little bit about Mass Effect. I know it sounds like we're bagging the game. We're not. It's really good. You should play it.
Yeah.
But you know the hazard zones.
Yeah.
I was like, just let me explore. Like, it's a game about exploration. Yet you put these like invisible barriers that, and I'm like, just let me go there.
Yeah,
Even if there was an enemy that's like 20 levels higher than me, let him kill me. At least I know he's there, and I'll go back to him and I'll destroy him later.
Yeah, but I think they
Get my
also
revenge.
I think they also wanted to do that so that it would be.
So then you had to come back and
Yeah, you have to come back to the planet. You just can't complete it all in one go.
Yeah.
And also because it was being, I was about to do a spoiler. Because there were certain things that you had to do and to make it more inhabitable.
Yep.
I think that's why they've done that.
Tip, it's a vault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, I know we're saying a lot, there is things wrong with it. But there's still got to be a lot of things that are good with it if it's making our top 5.
I mean, the characters were great.
Yeah.
The dialogue is fine.
Even the side quests were entertaining because they had a story to them as well. So.
And that's what I liked. It reminded me a little bit of The Witcher, not obviously in the scope and sense of writing of The Witcher.
Yeah.
For me, The Witcher is the number 1 game of all time.
Yeah.
I know Finney disagrees with me in that aspect because he hates the combat. I didn't find anything wrong with the combat, but just the storytelling in The Witcher, for me, surpasses any type of storytelling that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, The Witcher story, I carry with me on a daily basis that I'm thinking... sometimes I find myself thinking about Yennefer and Geralt and... what's her name? Not Marigold. I think that's her surname. The redhead.
No.
Anyway, I find myself thinking about those characters, and that's happened throughout my lifetime with Mass Effect too. I think about Shepard and Tali and Rex and these characters that Morden, I think it was as well. I think the Solarian.
Yeah,
the Doctor.
Yeah, and then you got the big Krogan guy. What's he?
Rex.
Yeah.
So those characters have stayed with me over time. Now, Mass Effect doesn't have as memorable of characters, but they were enough to make me like the game and to be invested in the game for me to want to finish it right now. So overall, Mass Effect, my number 5.
Yeah,
your number 5?
Yeah, I probably gave it a 3.5 out of 5 for story and gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I would probably be around the same. 3.5, 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Overall, really good game, entertaining. I think you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't. I mean, you can get it on the cheap. I think it's $20 now on PlayStation Store.
And I think they got it on Black Friday specials anyway. So, yeah. But one thing I wanted to say about Finney was, thanks for the comment, and I hope you liked my reply. I enjoy when people have a discussion with us. So if you guys disagree with our points or agree with our points, we're always up for a bit of a discussion. So put them in the comment box so that we can get back to you about it.
Definitely. It sounds good. Let's get that conversation happening.
Yeah.
Again, I'd really like to know what your top 5 games of the year are. And I want to see how different they are to ours.
Yeah.
We don't agree in our list. There's only 2 overlaps that we have. Yeah. Just because naturally we play different games to each other.
Yeah.
Now, if I was to choose an overall number 1, and not spoiling my number 1, like an overall number 1 for me, I actually really enjoy Pro Evolution Soccer. I think it's a series that keeps evolving over time, and it's the game that I go back to whenever I'm not playing any of these games.
And the one that you only spend money on trying to get Beckham.
Oh, God. I can't spend any money now, but if I could, I would have Beckham by now. Take out another personal loan for that one. But yeah, so overall, PES like takes the cake for me. It's the most entertaining game that I play on a daily basis. That I really enjoy. But that's not to detract from the current list that I have, because these games I take everything into consideration. I mean, there's no story in Pro Evolution Soccer. It's just a sports game, and a sports game can't win Game of the Year for us. Like,
exactly.
That would be ridiculous. Unless you got to meet like Messi and Ronaldo, then okay. But
even still, with that in FIFA where you got Hunter's Journey, it still wouldn't. That's a bit of a story, but it still wouldn't be a number one game.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be I don't know. So overall, guys, Mass Effect Andromeda,
awesome game.
Should really try it. I urge you to try it because it is a great game. It got a bad rap, but it's fantastic.
And maybe if they get enough sales, they might look at making the expansions for it, which would be awesome.
So please go buy it.
Yeah, because we'd love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed any of our content tonight, please like, share and subscribe.
Or if you have any comments, suggestions, or just general inquiries, you can leave a comment in the section below.
Yeah, or you can also email us at askuscc@gmail.com,
which is also found in the description below.
Alright guys, that's us for this week. If you've liked any of it, just please like, share and subscribe.
Yes, thank you to all the new subscribers that in 1 week we've increased by 3, I think.
Yeah.
Three new subscribers. Our video is 200 and something views strong.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, guys, and it gives us the motivation to continue doing this.
Yep.
We really enjoy talking to you guys, and I hope you enjoy the program too.
Later off.